Hi everyone, Andy here at Spymaster Gaming. Welcome back to the channel and a very warm welcome if it's your first time joining us. In today's video, I'm going to be discussing a demo day I ran recently for Grimdark Future 3rd Edition by One Page Rules, and the importance of demo days in general for the hobby and the wargaming community as a whole. Before I go any further, please consider liking the video and subscribing to the channel. I'm still new to YouTube, trying to grow the channel, and anything you can do to help would be greatly appreciated. So, Grimdark Future 3rd Edition. Why did I pick this as my game for a demo day? Well, I'm a big fan of One Page Rules, big fan of Grimdark Future. I've been playing since 2nd edition. I've organised 3 tournaments for 2nd edition and fostered quite a good little community locally where I'm based in the UK. And I'm trying to just win people over to what is essentially a solid system. Now, when I first started sort of going on my journey to try and bring people into the system, I think I was approaching it with quite a fervor. I was probably doing it in a negative way. And in terms of, and when I say a negative way, I mean comparing and contrasting with other game systems, i.e., my system is better than yours because of X, Y, and Z. And as I've gone through the last year or so, successfully winning people over to seeing how good a system Grimdark Future is, I've taken a different approach now. And the sort of way that I did it for this demo day that I've just run recently was notably different from what I've done in the past. And I will show you the setup now in terms of what it actually looked like and some key steps that I took to make sure that I put on a positive attitude to try and attract people into this game system. So here we are. Here's the little setup that I had for the demo day. Not the biggest setup in the world, but it didn't need to be. It's there just to show the system off in its simplicity. So here we go. So I picked Human Defence Force as the tutorial faction, 2 units per side, approximately 250 points on a 2x2 foot table. One objective in the centre, claim it by the end of turn 4, and that is it. And you're probably thinking, why have you picked such a small model count? And I will tell you why now, as it does serve a valuable purpose. So the reason I picked only 2 units per side was so I could essentially convey the broad points of Grimdark Future into an elevator pitch, or just a simple summary of what the game system is about. I had considered opting for a full 1,000-point force per side as the demo, but with people coming in and out of the friendly local gaming store that I was based in for the day, I didn't want to pressurize people into giving up too much of their time. It's a weekend, people have commitments, and if they walk in, it's just so I can grab their attention very quickly and show them what this system is about in a nutshell. So that's why I picked small units. Also, you can get a full 4-turn game out in about 15 minutes with only 2 units per side, less than that even, because it's that quick to understand, and they know that once they've got the alternate activations in play, it's very quick moving, and you can get a game done. Simple as. So that's the one element that I picked the small model count for. In order to sort of convey the accessibility of the system as well, what I had alongside the models was a tablet with the latest version of the Grimdark Future rulebook, the Army Forge app, as well as 2 army lists. So at the start of the game, I could show the profiles off for the models that the people experiencing the demo would be playing with, give them an overview of the stat lines, but also explain the nature of how Grimdark Future operates from a rules perspective, i.e., it's free. You can go onto the website. All of this is free. Download it. Go and read it in your own time after you've walked away from the demo and you've had a chance to distill what you've learned, and just go and explore and have fun with it. We all like list building. This list building app is free. Again, you can go and just have a play, get to know it, and then it will answer any questions that you may have by telling you if a force is legal or not. So the accessibility of it, that was the other key point. The next little pitch that I had to work alongside it was the cost element. Obviously, we're in a bit of an economic crisis at the moment. People are obviously thinking, oh, is it another system that I have to commit to? That's the other element of the transparency thing. I say you can use whatever models you want. There's no need to actually invest in anything because most things can be converted into this system really, really easily. What I did do actually is I just pulled a model out of one of the random model bins and said, look, this is a model. This is how you can build a profile for it based on what it looks like. I think it was from Mutant Chronicles, actually, quite an old metal figure. And I thought, you know what, this is 25 years old. but it can still work in this system. It doesn't matter what you use. So assuaging people from a financial side of things as well. So those are the three core areas of sort of attack, really, that I approached the demo from. And I avoided all negativity. As I've said, the temptation to compare to other game systems and champion your own system, what I've noticed within the wargaming hobby, it's almost pseudo-religious in terms of people's dedication to their system that they play. And you don't want to upset people. It's very much, it's going, your religion is wrong, my religion's right, join my religion. And I don't want to go down that path. And I admit, in the early days of second edition Grimdark Future, that's where my mindset was at. It was like, let's champion something which is really positive by detracting from what other people may enjoy. And it's not the right way to do things upon reflection. You can win people over by just saying it doesn't have to be either or. Why not and or in addition to? You may want to keep your primary system that you're comfortable playing, but from these 15 minutes that I've just given you to showcase this new system, maybe you don't have time for a full game of that system. Maybe that takes longer, but if you've got time and you want a casual game, just consider this. It's there as an option. And I think I've become a lot more laissez-faire in sort of the sales of a demo day. So that's my broad approach for the Grimdark Future element of it. But why do I feel that it's important for wargaming as a whole? Now, I wanted to touch on this point as one of the people who experienced the demo day said that they had been on the borderline of jumping into Grimdark Future. They'd watched a lot of battle reports, they'd watched a lot of content on YouTube, but they hadn't physically had anyone that they had come into contact with who they knew who played the system and was able to talk them through the roles and so they could get a hands-on feel for what the system actually does. And that's where I think demos are crucial. We can try and preach the good news, as it were, and say, yes, please just consider this system. But unless you're actually there showing people, you're not necessarily going to win people over. People want to feel comfortable with the system. They want to be able to ask questions in person. And it isn't the same as doing it through YouTube comments or on a Discord. They want to have their questions answered directly in a quick manner so they can gain their understanding and then feel secure with the rule set. And ultimately, I think that's where my broad point lies is if you haven't done a demo day, if you feel comfortable with the rule set for the system that you are playing, take it out to the community. Don't rely on someone else to do it because it might not happen. If you know that you've got knowledge of your system, if you know that you are capable of demonstrating the broad points and getting the main sort of rules across, don't wait on someone else to do it. Seize the opportunity and just try and get people to broaden their horizons. It saddens me to think that people may just be railroaded into one system for most of their wargaming hobby, for all the years that they're in it. It's absolutely fine if they want to be that way, but if there's no one to actually present another option or another system for them to look at physically, why would they? Why would they leave something that they're comfortable with? It's too much of a risk for some people. So I implore you, if you are comfortable in doing it, do the demos, build the community engagement, and even if it is for minor gains, know that you made the difference to someone. Case in point, only 3 people showed an interest in the demo day, but that's 3 more people who I've convinced that a new system is there for them. And likely or not, they're going to take it up and try and have fun with it. And that's the main thing. 3 people is better than none at the end of the day. And if we can all make those sort of minor efforts to encourage people to try other things, then the wargame community becomes more richer as a result. So that's it. Bit of a preachy one today. Sorry about that. But hope you've enjoyed the video, and I'll see you on the next one.